Little but mighty!
Welcome back, little ones. My name is Mr. Joel Lim and I'm an English specialist teacher at Little but Mighty. We will be going through how to make your personal experiences engaging and exciting for your listeners. Now, why is it important for us to share a personal experience to our oral response? Sharing a personal experience helps to make our response both unique and reflective. Additionally, it demonstrates our ability to relate the topic back to our personal lives. So what counts as a good personal experience? One way to think about it is to have your examiner know something more about you. If, by the end of your response, your examiner walks away knowing something more about you, you are definitely on the right track. Let's go through 3 strategies on how to make your personal experiences engaging. Number 1, think of an authentic experience to share. We are all different and the types of experiences that we go through differ greatly. As such, the experiences that we have can be interesting to our examiner. Keep them engaged by sharing these authentic experiences. However, if you have many experiences to share, perhaps you can share about the experience that you find the most interesting. Is there anything that you have experienced that might be more unique or not that common? If it's related to the topic, be sure to share about that. That will be a very effective way to hook the attention of your examiner. For me, whenever I hear about an interesting or authentic experience, I'm always keen to find out more about what the student has to say. That is when I find myself the most engaged. Try to engage your listener in this way too. Some examples of authentic experiences you can share would be something that you are really interested or invested in. Do you have a hobby or interest that might be more unique among your peers? For example, do you regularly volunteer at an animal shelter? Do you learn K-pop dance covers in your free time? I think that these are fascinating and definitely worth sharing if it's related to the topic. Number 2, add specific details to your personal experience. Adding specific details to the experience that you are sharing is a good way to help your listeners better visualize what is going on. If your listeners are able to visualize what is happening in the story, they will be more invested in it. What are some specific details you can add in? Think about adding in the 5W, 1H details: who, where, when, what, why, and how. Try to be as specific as you can about who was involved in the experience, where it took place, and what you were doing. Now, besides that, be sure to tell listeners how you were feeling throughout the experience and if there were any thoughts that you might have had while being in that experience. For example, your interesting experience might be about seeing a young kid being brave enough to pet tigers in a zoo in Thailand. On top of sharing the specific details of who you were with, when did this happen, and which part of Thailand this zoo might be in, do also consider sharing about how you might have felt when you witnessed this sight and any thoughts that might be going through your mind. Now, if I were the one witnessing this, I think I would feel shocked. And a thought that might be going through my mind would be, wow, that child is so brave to be touching a tiger like that. Or, I wonder why that tiger is so calm and so used to being around humans. When you share about the thoughts that you might be thinking about, you make the response very real and authentic to your listener. Number 3, inject emotions as you share your personal experience. Now, this component is a little different from all the other papers in English. In oral, it is not just about the content that is important, but also the delivery. It is important to have an interesting experience to share and to be specific with the details of that experience. However, if you are sharing the experience in a very shy or very lethargic way, the experience will not sound the same anymore. Hence, it is important to also be enthusiastic with what you are sharing. Share the experience with emotion that you were feeling at that point in time. This will help your listener feel the same way that you did. For example, if the experience you are sharing is about a trip to Disneyland, you would want to sound excited. This way, your listener would be able to feel just how exciting a trip like that would be. So, just to wrap up, we have gone through 3 strategies to sharing a good experience. Now that you know these important tips, let's try to practice them in our next oral practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Till next time!